Hi guys, it's Mena, and please excuse the lighting, it's kind of nighttime. And today in this video I'm going to do my top 10 cutest kids books. Now, I love kids books, so a lot of you guys probably know that if you've been watching my channel for so long, you know that I love kids books. They're so cute, they're a lot of fun to read. I really think they're like one of the best things that I've loved. I like looking at the pictures, and I like looking at reading the story and what happens and everything. And I do have some videos up for me reading most of these books, and if you wish to see them, I'll link it in the description box, link them all in the description box down below, and I'll say which ones they are. So, I'm going to get started. So number one on my list had to be Stella Luna. Now, a lot of you guys know, if you watch my channel, you know that Stella Luna is one of my favorite books, and it's also my mom's favorite book because when I was little, my mom used to read this book to me all the time. She just loved reading it to me so much because, I don't know, she just liked the story of the bat and how she found her family and stuff. And this was one of my favorite books as well, too. I really thought it was a cute book about a bat who was like a bird. It was like, who thought she was a bird, but she was actually a bat. It was super cute. It's been one of my favorites since I was little, and I loved it when my mom read it to me it was one of my favorite books for her to read to me next to Little Critter. And I do have a video up on me reading Stella Luna. If you wish to see that, I'll link it in the description box down below. Number two on my list had to be Ferdinand. Now, this is one of my new favorite books. This is actually a book that is a favorite from my brother's girlfriend's childhood. She really likes this book because she has like a special thing with it, with like the main character, and she can relate to the main character and stuff and what he goes through. I think this is a cute book. I read it actually just last month, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great story about a bull who is different from other bulls. I think that was a cute book. It was like such a cute book, and it was my first time reading it, and I just really enjoyed the story, the plot, and the character. It was so cute. And if you wish to see my video of me reading Ferdinand, I will link that in the description box down below. Number three on my list would have to be The Housekeeper's Dog. So in this this is a pretty funny book. This story is about a housekeeper who's this lady who works as a housekeeper, and then she comes home and takes to her dog, and then he like acts like a normal dog, like plays and gets excited when she comes home, and then she takes him to work one day to ask the people that she works for to watch her dog for her, and they offer to do it, and then he takes her to the dog to a school, and the dog becomes more proper instead of like being playful and fun like he normally really liked to be. And I like how that they changed the dog, but then he realized that people don't like him the way that he is changed, and he goes back to being a normal dog after something bad happens to him. I really like how when the character changes, but then they realizes that it's not them, so they go back to being themselves. I really like that kind of story. Number four on my list would have to be Sometimes I Wonder If Poodles Like Noodles. I actually did read this book on YouTube, and I will link it in the description box if you wish to see that video. I really like this book because I think it's full of fun. It's kind of like a book sort of full of poems. And they all have like names for the poems and stuff. Like, here's one. Here's an example, and this one's called Spots. My Dalmatian's name is Sydney. He's got a million spots. I don't remember the other part, something connecting all his dots. I don't remember that part. I haven't read that book in so long, but I think it's a really fun book because it's like about a little girl who has like a bunch of like poems. I think they're poems that she writes. And about like her life and stuff, like going to the beach and her favorite places. I think that's a cute little book. It's been one of my favorites since I was a kid. Number five on my list, and I do have a video up of me reading that book, and if you wish to see it, I'll link it in the description box down below. Number five on my list had to be The Giving Tree. I really like this book because it talks about a boy who grows up with this tree who just who plays with him a lot and gives him things. Like she gives him like apples to eat and places to and vines to swing on and everything. Like, she just is like a very giving tree. Like, she's a very kind and caring tree. Like, she takes care of the boy, and like, she loves when the boy comes and visits her, and every time she comes and visits her, she gives him something. I really like that. And I don't think I have a video of me reading this book, but if I do, I'll link it in the description box down below. No, I don't think, actually I don't have a video of me reading this book. Number 6 on my list is My Head is Full of Colors. I really like this book because this one talks about a girl who gets like a bunch of stuff in her hair, like she'll have a dog in her hair, which is pretty funny. She'll have like for example, she'll have a bunch of, her hair will be full of animals, or her hair will be full of colors and stuff, because she likes she learns like so much about colors, and her hair will be full of books and everything, because she learns so much like with the books in her hair. Like, here, I don't know, it's a pretty interesting book. It's like one of my favorites because it shows a girl who like gets like a great personality with all the things in her hair, like people and animals and stuff. It's pretty cool. Like, shows knowledge and stuff. It's really great. Okay, and I do have a video of me reading the book, and if you wish to see that, I'll link it in the description box down below. Number 7 on my list would have to be Corduroy. I like this book because it tells about a bear who wants to be bought from a toy store, and he just sits in the toy store, like he waits for somebody to buy him, and he's like missing his button, so he'll go and find a button for like his overalls and stuff. And then he later on gets bought by a little girl. Who like immediately loves him. It's a really cute book. I haven't read this book in so long, but I remember it so well. I remember it so well. I remember loving to read the book. I used to read it, like, my teacher used to read it to me in school, and I think my mom actually read me that book as well. Number 8 on my list would have to be Rainbow Fish. This is a great story because it gives a lesson on sharing. This is about a fish who has a bunch of pretty rainbow scales, and he loves his scales so much, but he won't share his scales with other fish. And the other fish don't want to be friends with him because he's selfish and won't share his scales with the other fish. But then he learns a valuable lesson about sharing. Number 9 on my list would have to be No Matter What. This is a story about 2 foxes named Small and Large, which is pretty cute. And I think I have a video of me reading this book, and if I do, I will link it in the description box down below. Oh, but if I can't find it, I won't link it in the description box down below. This is about a fox who feels like he's unloved, but he tells unloved, but then his mom or sister or brother tells him that he loves him and stuff like that, and he she talks about, like, even when he does things like bad, like becomes things scary, she'll always love him. That is such a cute book. And again, I think I have a video of me reading this book, and if you wish to see it, I will link it down below, but if I can't find it, I won't put it in the description box. Number 10 on my list would have to be The Mitten, my bad. So this is a book about a little boy who loses his mitten when he's off playing in the woods in the snow, and all these animals find the mitten, and it's a pretty funny, and they all try to fit in it to stay warm. This is a pretty funny book because this boy is playing in the woods in the snow, and then he has to go home, and then when he's going home, he ends up dropping one of his mittens on the ground, and all the animals are like, and we come across all these animals that are like freezing cold, and they all try to fit into the mitten so they can stay warm. It's a pretty funny book, and because there's like a lot of big animals and small animals trying to fit into the mitten, and then and it's just a super cute book because they all try to stay warm. Okay, so those are my top 10 cutest kids books. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye!